it's a pleasure to have you on the show today. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
Hi, thank you very much. I'm really happy to see you, at least like this again.
Yeah. All right, let's get started. Which horse has had the most impact on your career?
That's a pretty difficult question because I think, every rider's career is a little bit separated between like the young rider's career and then more the senior's career. But if I would look at the, really the change into the top level of the show jumping, I would have to say it's for sure Classic.
Yeah.
Because we bought him as a young horse, a little bit inexperienced. He did a few 3-stars, but never the big stuff. And I was in the same situation, and we kind of came together and worked our way to the top. So it would have to be him. It would have to be Classic.
Definitely. All right. What's your favorite LGCT show?
That's another difficult question. The global tour, exactly. It's set up of so many amazing shows. It's incredible. And to really pick one, with everything that every single show offers is difficult. I was always a big fan of the combination of Mexico and Miami. And in Miami, we had, quite some success with Classic. So in the end, I think I would have to pick Miami because the atmosphere and this, the whole situation, it's just so different that it's a really unforgettable show.
Yeah, I remember when you guys won there in 2018. It was good memories.
Good memories.
Yeah, very good memories. Yeah, and I think when you have those good memories, you always have a good feeling when you come back to the show.
Yeah, it has to be that way because there are a few shows like this, where you went there for the first time and you did well and you just come back and maybe you're not as good as last time, but it's always a good atmosphere that you come back into.
Yeah. Okay, what's the one thing you can't go to the show without?
I think before my injury, I wouldn't really know what to say, but now there's this device that I use to loosen up my muscles, and I take it to every riding session, every show, and it just helps me, get rid of a little bit of the muscle tension. So it's like this white stick that I have to roll on. And it helps a lot. So I think it's this, physiotherapy device that I use all the time now.
Yeah, well, everyone has to have something that they take, but as long as it works, that's the most important thing. Eh?
Yes, I don't go without it.
Yeah. Okay, if you could compete with any horse, past or present, which one would it be?
When I was younger, because I didn't really come from a horse family, I once in a while got a chance to watch Eurosport and watch the show jumping. And the one horse that I really remembered was Hickstead. So for me, it would be Hickstead. But at the same time, right now, I am just so eager to ride my young ones that we have, the 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds. So hopefully, if I could skip that and ride them right now, I would be super happy. But in the past, it would have to be Hickstead.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Amazing horse.
Yes.
Okay. Which rider style do you admire the most?
I think I would have to pick Scott. I wouldn't say, style-wise for sure, but I always see him working, even at smaller shows. He's always doing and making, and he looks like extremely, slow when he rides fast, that his thinking is very calm and, he knows what he's doing. So I really admire, like the cold vision that he seems to have, even though he's going super fast against the clock.
Because I noticed you've been on a lot of the shows, after you had the injury, and you've been on, watching everywhere. You've been, team spirit, unbelievable. So you've had a chance to really have a good look at everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Because normally you're so concentrated, on your plan and your horse and getting everything organized. So being there, just as a spectator, is really different, and you really get to watch everyone do their thing and, learn from all of you guys. Yeah, it was an interesting experience.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure. All right. Any superstitions or specific habits, routines before a big class?
Normally I'm not really that much of like a superstitious person, but I do like to, before I just get on the horse, I like to be there just me and my groom Kafka, and, just have 2-3 minutes, hopefully not rushing to get on quickly because I don't have time. That's always, a difficult situation. But, just to have some time with the horse and, just get him connected to you and just, it's the two of you against everybody else. So,
That's true. All right. What does the Global Champions Tour mean for you and your team?
I think, the Global Champions Tour really changed, in my perspective, the sport. Even though I'm there, in the sport for a very short time, I can see how it developed, and everybody also tells me so. And the possibility, to ride as an international team, different riders, different horses that normally, wouldn't be on a team together, and, really fight for the same cause, for the win, for the podium. At all these, amazing venues, done amazingly for the horses and for the riders. It's something, that the sport doesn't really, this is the only place that the sport has it, this possibility. And, even for the young riders to be able to compete there, me, myself being under 25, it's a chance that otherwise we would never get. So to be able to learn and jump on a team and be put under so much pressure, it's really one of a kind situation.
Yeah, and I've watched you evolve in the short time, and you've really come up a long way. And I think experience is always the key, and learning from the rest. And yeah. I know that's what you've been doing. You're a hard worker, so I see all that happening around me. I know with Jessica,
yes, she helps a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. No, fantastic. Very good. All right. What's the best moment in your sporting career?
That is the easy one. It would have to be the Miami win of the Global League with Classic and Gerco in 2018. That was a nice run.
And that was a really difficult event, that class.
Yeah, it was. I remember also the first day there weren't that many clears. The first day was very difficult, and then the second day, he also, they always build it up the second day even more, but it's something about Miami that just, gave me and Classic a little bit of a kick in the bum, and performed, and it was super.
Yeah, fantastic. It gives you that motivation to go for the next one.
Exactly.
Okay, if you could choose to be a rider, past or present, for a season of the tour, who would it be and why?
That was a little bit of a no-brainer for me, because I'm working with Jessica. I would love to be, in her shoes and experience the global, with her experience and with her horses, and just, see a little bit the way she did it, and behind every rider, you and everyone, there's so much work and determination, and to see it, from a different rider's perspective and situation is very, very interesting.
Yeah. Good choice. I've competed a lot with Jessica, so I know very well how she's the success she's had, and it's been amazing. So, all right, how did it feel to compete in the spectacular inaugural event in the Prague playoffs? Well,
the Prague playoffs for me, because it's my home country, home city, it was really a once in a lifetime, situation that I really have, I think, no words for it, because in Czech Republic, as we don't have that many competitions, international competitions, to have the actual playoffs in Prague, with everything that comes along, with the show, the atmosphere, the real pressure, because the money, that the Global brought into it was incredible. It was an amazing experience, and I have to say that the audience made it even better, because even though they aren't that used to the sport, they really went along with it, and throughout the weekend they got more and more into it, and they created this really, incredible atmosphere that I think not that many shows have. So it was really amazing.
Well, I would totally agree with you. I think many other people would agree with you too. It's a spectacular event, an event that everyone really looks forward to. So congratulations and thank you. All right, now we all know that you're a young rider and you've had the experience and you've been on all these big shows. So you must have some advice you can give to some of the other young riders.
I guess so. I'm still very young. I'm still very inexperienced. I have still a lot of learning to do before I get to at least a little bit where I would like to be. But I think the most important or two things are that, first of all, you really have to love it. You have to love the sport. You have to love the horses, because the only way to, to work through is to be determined, be passionate, and then work really hard. Because if you don't love something, it's really hard to put in those hours. And horse riding, this sport is something that really requires so many hours of work and determination that you have to have the passion, and then you have to put in the hours. I think so.
No secrets.
No secrets, no secrets. Just hard work.
Okay, so what's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
The best piece of advice, it's not horse related. I got it from my dad, and he told me that, of course, in life you have to work hard, you have to be kind, you have to be respectful, but you have to be happy with what you're doing. Because if you're not happy, then, the people around you, you're never going to be happy with them. You're never going to be able to put in the energy that, life requires, work requires from you. So being happy is really, the key to life, because otherwise, what's the point if you're not happy?
Sure. Positive energy.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. What's your morning routine?
Nowadays in quarantine, it's basically I get up, I think, sometime around 7. I'm a huge skincare person. I love skincare, so I do my quick 5-10 minute routine in the bathroom. I get myself ready for the day, because normally it consists of riding and some work in the office. So I pack my stuff. Make myself a coffee to go at home from my Nespresso machine. And because I live in the city, I then have to walk my dog really quickly. So I do like a 15-minute walk, and then I drive to the stables, ride, and then normally have some office work to do late in the afternoon.
Oh, busy girl.
Try to be.
Exactly. Okay, if you could have 3 people around for dinner, past or present, who would they be?
I would have to pick for sure my 2 grandmas, because I didn't really get a chance to know them that well. And now that I'm, adult woman, I would love to also speak with them, from more of a, not a childish perspective, but, ask them about their life, about their experiences, have a drink or two, have a little bit of fun with them. And I was thinking that maybe into the equation I could add Roger Federer to ease up the situation a little bit and ask him more about, the sport and, his career and his point of view on what it is to be a sportsman.
Yeah, good, nice. Okay, what are the top 3 things on your bucket list?
The first would have to be the Olympic Games. It's always, or since I started competing nationally, it was something that I saw young girls, young people doing, and I thought I would really love to represent my country. So the Olympics. Mm-hmm. I would love to be able to ride one of my young ones that were born here at our farm from my old mares, hopefully at a higher level. But you know how difficult that is, so not sure that's going to happen. But the hope is there. Yeah. And the last thing would have to be to win, hopefully one day, a Global Tour Grand Prix.
Exactly. Yeah. Good. Well, check. You've qualified next year for the Olympics, so
yes, we have a team qualified. Yeah.
Fantastic. So something to work towards.
Exactly.
Yeah. Good. Okay. What's the one thing people don't know about you?
I think it would have to be that I'm a huge foodie. I absolutely love food. I love to cook. Yeah. Not as elaborate as Danny is. Danny is like a real professional cook, I would have to say, from what I saw. But I love cooking for my boyfriend, for my family. It's when I have time, when I'm not competing every single weekend. It's something that I really enjoy doing.
Nice. Okay, describe yourself in 3 words.
I'd say caring, passionate, especially for the sport, and stubborn. I can be very stubborn sometimes. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. That's a bad quality to have.
Let's go a long way.
Yeah.
Sometimes. All right. What are the causes close to your heart?
It would be education, because my family a couple of years ago set up a family foundation where we support, young kids going from high school to university, and they support them in their passion to be a musician, to study science, biology, mathematics. And when somebody has real passion and wants to work really hard to follow it, but doesn't have the financial means to do so at a top university maybe, I think the possibility to assist them in that and help them really pursue a career and develop themselves is, I find that it's an amazing opportunity, because in the end they also give back with their knowledge and what they've learned, or if they've mastered a musical instrument, they end up playing somewhere. It brings back to everybody. So I think it's an amazing thing. Yeah.
Incredible. Well, that's a very nice cause, and everyone can have a chance in life like that would be amazing. So yeah, very nice. Okay, if you could switch lives with anyone for a day, who would it be?
Does it have to be a person? I'd love to be my dog for one day, just to see what her life is like. I mean, she wakes up, she goes for a walk, she goes to the stables, plays the whole day with the other dogs. I mean, she does get a little bit stressed when we drive home. She doesn't like driving so much, but otherwise, I think her life is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, if you pick a dog, she sounds like she has an amazing life.
Yeah, I would like to think so, but you never know. So I would like to know if I'm doing everything correctly, He's happy.
Okay, I like that one. All right, where do you see yourself in 10 years' time?
I hope I would be still competing, hopefully at the top level of the sport, at the global tour. I would love to have a family someday also. So that's hopefully, in the next 10 years, something that I would be happy to do. But yeah, live a happy, active life. Yeah, it would be nice just to go along, work in my family office also a little bit, which I've been doing now. So quite a few things I would like to do in the next 10 years.
All right. Well, listen, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you, and I really look forward to seeing you soon again on the shows, and best of luck with everything, and we keep in touch. Thank you.
Hopefully see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.